So, hey guys, I'm back meeting another one of my Real Estate for Beginners panelists. This is Alexis Carrera. She's doing major big things in the real estate industry. Had to get her in here, sit down and have a quick chat. So, let's check it out. You heard me.
I did. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Have a seat.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So, hey guys, I'm here with Alexis Carrera. And am I saying the right name?
Yes.
The name, pronouncing it correctly. Because I always get it a little mixed up. So tell us, how did you get started in real estate, basically?
I got started in real estate. I kind of always knew that I wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. I kind of always knew that I wanted to be a part of it in some aspect. Whether it was getting my real estate license and building homes or something, I just love real estate. Whether it's commercial buildings, just all of it. I just love the idea of it. I look around at buildings and just new developments specifically, and I'm like, cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. And it's not always about the money, but it's one of those, it's growing up in a entrepreneurial family lifestyle that I grew up in. I look at, I guess now, what is I don't like to say easiest way because it's not easy, but what is the most resilient way to build a business and build wealth? People always need a roof over their heads. And real estate is one of the most resilient investment opportunities in the world. Yeah, definitely. Of course, we have our market crashes and things of that nature, but it's one of the safest. The stock market is up and down every day. People lose hundreds of thousands of dollars within 12 hours. Right. It's not so much like that. It's more of a trickle. When you invest in real estate, it just trickles up, especially in Michigan. We're on fire right now. But I just decided, I was going to college and doing the thing that I thought I was supposed to do. And like everybody else. And I just said, what am I doing? Yeah. And I decided to pull the trigger, and I got out of that and took my real estate course, and here I am. Great. Yeah.
And I think it's important for people to know that this business takes hard work. It's not just, okay, I'm going to jump in here and I'm going to just sell these houses to all these people. Yeah. So what is your, what do you think your niche is, or how do you think you've been able to be successful in the business?
My niche, so a lot of people say, oh, my niche is first-time home buyers. Oh, my niche is, luxury or whatever it is. I don't really have, my niche is more of a personality type, I guess. And not even really a personality type, I guess, just a common understanding. I have a sweet spot. I call it my sweet spot. It's from the 450 to 950. Somewhere in that range. It's that's my sweet spot. The clients and I get along really well. Yeah. They're easy. It's a fast turnover. Once you get into the multi-millions, it's a little bit slower, right? It turns more into the commercial aspect where it's more all about the business side. There's still an emotional aspect to that sweet spot of mine. And I like that too. Okay. And I just connect with the clients a lot.
Yeah, I get that. So you feel like you connect with people that's in that price range.
Oh yeah.
You just kind of
long-term friends of forever. All of my clients. I love my clients.
I felt that too, over the years. It was at one moment, I don't know if I was reading something or what that made me do this, but I kind of just looked back at all my clients over the years, and they seem to be the same type of client.
You find some common, there's definitely common denominators with each of your clients. And although they're all so different, there's always something that you're like, oh, okay, there it is. Yeah. It's interesting.
I was finding that I connect so much with older people. Oh, I don't know why, but I haven't told I have an old soul, but I connect with, over the years, so many older people, older women, older men, older couples, and we've always had this great connection. And when I realized that, that's kind of what I started doing at that moment in my career, is kind of just zooming in on those people or whatever, because that's what I started connecting with.
You know what I think it is? I think you have this calm confidence.
I'm very calm.
Yes. You have this and that's going to make people feel more comfortable. You have this calm, confident, very educated aspect to you. Okay. And I think that's That's probably why they feel
that may be why. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I always say, like, if a house is on fire, I would probably just be like, okay, it's okay. It'll be okay. I'm just not one of the people that get, like, frantic about stuff. And I feel like in real estate, like, that's needed. Like, that calm aspect of things is kind of needed because people will get, like, bent out of shape about stuff. Like,
it's a lot of emotions.
A lot of emotions.
And that's where a lot of agents, too, they come into play as new agents. Even seasoned agents, I deal with this, where they forget to realize and remember, we're here to facilitate a transaction and take the emotion out of it because homeowners, on average, are extremely emotional.
Right.
They get their feelings hurt, and there's a lot of, lots of memories, and there's just so much that comes into play at an emotional level for a client, where us, even now more than ever because of the recent situation with NAR, we need to be reminding ourselves that we're real estate advisors. This is what we do.
Yeah.
Real estate agents, great, but anybody can be a real estate agent.
Right.
Anybody can put a sign in the ground. You can, what are you doing to help your clients, in the areas that they need you?
Yeah.
Which is a lot of the times just facilitating and reminding themselves that this is a business and money transaction.
Yes.
So that's one of the biggest things.
Yeah, I get that. So what would you say so far has been like your biggest hurdle in the business?
My biggest hurdle in the business is probably, I would say in the beginning, just like every realtor, reminding myself that I need to be authentically me.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
So, because I feel like you need to, we're not salespeople. And this is my philosophy. It may not be somebody else's, but I look at us as not being salespeople. We're advisors, right? And one of the most important things to grow your business and the biggest aspect that you can tap into is building connections with your clients. But in order to do that, you have to be authentically yourself.
Yes.
Because if you're not authentic and you're, talking about how the sky was blue today, of course that can be an opener for a conversation. But if you're not connecting with them on a deeper level and asking them about their interests and their hobbies and, I crack jokes with my clients. We just laugh so much all the time. I love them so much. And I crack jokes about the shoes they're wearing. I'm like, what are those? Like, what are you doing? I just mess with them all the time and they mess with me too.
Yeah. And that's how you connect.
Yeah. So, yeah. Like one of them last week, I wear hair extensions and there was like a track showing and they were like, Alexis, you gotta get your stuff together before you come out here showing us houses. Like, we just mess with each other all the time. So we have fun with it. And that's one of the biggest things in the beginning. I was like, I need to be so professional with my Padfolio and my, and print out all the MLS sheets. You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You just gotta take care of your people.
I learned that I learned some of that from Oprah. Cause I listened to a lot of people and she was talking about how when she first came out, she was trying to be all like, I think it was like another news anchor or something, and she was trying to talk like her and all this. And then she said one day she just heard her. It was like she heard herself talking, and she was like, this is not me.
Yeah.
And from that point on, she started to just be herself, her true authentic self. And that's when her show really started to take off after that. So I do think it's about just being our true authentic self. And that's what connects us to people because they can see when you're being fake or not being yourself.
It's a physical because when you're not being yourself and if you don't wear a suit and tie every day as a man and you show up and you're wearing a suit and tie, you're already going to be like,
because you're not comfortable.
Yeah. So that's one of the biggest things too. Be who you are. There are people out there, and if you're trying to be a luxury realtor, great by all means. But there are people out there that show up in Jordans and joggers and a t-shirt that are out there hustling multi-million-dollar real estate. It's not about what you wear.
Right.
First impressions matter, but you need to make up for the difference in that aspect, right?
Yes.
So have the personality, have the confidence, have the knowledge, and blow their socks off and be like, wow, this guy's in a t-shirt, he's kicking butt. Yeah. So it doesn't matter, but it's an energy thing. People can feel that you're uncomfortable. They can feel the lack of confidence because you're not being your authentic self.
Yeah, definitely.
And that shows.
I definitely agree with that. Yeah. So what would you say is the biggest things that you have going on right now as far as being in real estate? Is it mostly just luxury sales or what would you say?
No, I guess it's...
Or advise. Would you, because I know you spoke on it being more of an advisor.
Yes.
So
that's how I market myself.
Yes.
I'm a real estate advisor. And again, especially after the NAR situation, now more than ever, we need to remind the consumer, the average client, that we have value as buyer agents and seller agents. Mm-hmm. So we have to come from a place of advisement and help them understand that the knowledge that you have as an agent, they need.
Yeah.
They can't do that without you.
Yeah.
So that's why being an advisor and having that knowledge and having that professionalism to it, it's going to help you stand out from the rest. Right. And that's one of the biggest things that I would suggest to do.
Yeah.
It's helpful because a lot of people are like, what do we need you for?
I agree.
We can go on Zillow now. And it's not that. Anybody can show you a house. Anybody can open up a door. Right. That's not what you need me for. You can find all your houses on Zillow. Mm-hmm. You don't need me to go into the MLS and send you listings.
Yeah.
Like it was in, 1990. It's not the same anymore.
I agree with that because they need, and it goes back to what I was talking about, like the education and the knowledge. Like they need to be educated. They need to be advised on different things and what they need to do. Because it's not all about, okay, just going to look at a house and then signing some documents. What about what's on those documents? Like advising you, giving you the correct information that you need.
Yeah. I had a for sale by owner, they bought with me and they were like, well, I think we're just going to sell our house for sale by owner. And I said, okay. I didn't even push because I don't like to argue or fight for my position.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm here if you need anything. If you have any questions, please just call me. If you find yourself in a situation, I'm more than happy to overlook documents for you as well. So they ended up getting to the point of like filling out some documents, and they were like, Alexis, please help. Like, what does this mean? What is this? And I'm like, what's the document you have? You don't want to use that? That's dated. That's old. There's black lines. I'm like, where did you find this, Google? So it's just so many. It can get scary for clients.
It's needed. And with all the NAR things that's been going on, my whole thing from the beginning was kind of like what you said, like continue to find ways where you can provide value to your client. So to me, it all goes back to just continuously working on ourselves and being educated on everything in the real estate industry so that when it's time to represent a client, they see the value in you. Correct. Because that's what I've learned. Like mostly they want they want to know that they're working with someone that knows what they're doing. Because it's not anything about us. It's all about them. That's all they care about is their mission, their goals. So what can we do to provide value so that they can reach their goals? So I appreciate you once again coming to sit down and talk with me and also just being on the panel. I think your energy coming to the panel is going to be great.
Oh, thank you.
I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
You're welcome. So one thing I want to add to this that I've been totally forgetting to do, can you look in the camera and just say like real quick your name and that you're going to be at Real Estate for Beginners June 29th? Just something to that effect.
Yeah. Should I say
I'm going to be a guest.
My name?
Yep. And I'm going to be a guest on the Real Estate panel at Real Estate for Beginners.
Okay.
All right. We can go in 3, 2, go.
I'm Alexis Carrera, and I'm going to be one of the panelists at the Real Estate for Beginners podcast. It's not a podcast.
It was okay.
Why do I keep saying it? Maybe because the last time I saw you.
Yeah.
3.
Real Estate for Beginners event.
Real Estate for Beginners. Okay, I say that podcast. Okay.
Go.
My name is Alexis Carrera, and I'm going to be a panelist on the Real Estate for Beginners panel on June 29th.
Just say like, see you there.
Add
that. You could just add that. Yeah. 3, 2, go.
See you guys there.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, let me get the picture.
Oh yeah. So we'll do a quick